Hey, folks, what up? How's everybody doing out there?
Great.
Doing good. Yep, me too. All right, fantastic. Hey, folks, if you don't know Anthony Rogers, you should.
Absolutely.
He has a podcast. He's a comedian, likes to talk politics, has had some great interviews with folks. Carol Baskin. I mean, I just want to bring one up. Carol Baskin. Anthony, how's it going, man?
Good, man. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. Just kind of chilling today and having a little fun here. So
I want to start.
You start.
I want to know what like nomadness means to you. You say you're a nomad. What does that mean to you? What is that all about?
I live in a school bus and like Airbnbs and just travel a bunch. Basically, I don't really, I don't live in I didn't buy a house. I just live in like nice Airbnbs and like my bus and stuff.
That
cool. Is cool. I like it.
Yeah.
So you travel all over. Where are you right now, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm on a digital Zoom beach.
Nope.
Perfect.
I'm in the suburbs of St. Louis. I'm just messing around. I'm in but where I grew up right now.
Cool. Nice. Now, I know I brought up Carol Baskin. That must have been an interesting interview. I mean, how was that? What was that like?
Oh no, it's crazy. I mean, it's definitely interesting. Like, she's probably one of the most famous people in the world right now because of like Tiger King and the sequel and stuff. So, yeah. It's crazy. I mean, I do this every week, so it's like you have adrenaline for it, but you're like used to it by now. Like 5 years ago, I was like, oh my God, I had this like, you know, I mean, like you'd be like, what? And then now I'm just like, I mean, it's awesome, but you just get used to the adrenaline and kind of like I don't know, it was definitely an interesting guest and like very lucky to be able to get these people on the show, you know?
Yeah, you know, it actually brings up a thought to me is, you know, when you started interviewing people, like to now, like what's the big difference? Like the first time we did an interview was awful.
I was horrible.
Right?
I'll be the first to admit it.
But like for you, was that kind of the same thing? You sucked on the first one, or you just all the time?
No doubt. No, it probably still sucks, but like it's, but I mean, it sucks less than it did, you know? And I guess like we just used to talk over each other and get drunk. Like we'd have like porn stars and like all these famous people on, and we just be like drinking beers and like talking over each other. And it was just bullshit. It was complete bullshit, but fun, you know?
Yeah. I love it. That's awesome. Sorry. I'm like, that's us. I mean, that's just us in a nutshell. That's great.
So are you definitely of the type that it's kind of like us, like how do you get people to interview? Sometimes it's just asking, right?
Every time. Yeah, no, I just ask people. I mean, same thing you had. I mean, same thing with you guys. You guys had a cool thing going on and it just ended up working out. You know, it's like I mean, I land these days I land most of the questions I ask, but I mean, it starts out just asking a million times and like asking everybody like 1,000 people. And then like you're one big yes, you're like, whoa, I got this like Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street was like that in the beginning. Like, because that was the only person that was like, I mean, one of the first people I was like super nervous to talk to. And like, and it was just like really exciting. And like, we were on Texas radio at the time. And like, my friend Bruce and a couple buddies were just like, just got together and like interviewed this guy, and I was just like, wow, this is a real show, you know? It's not just like this is finally a real show, you know, after like just a couple of weeks of just figuring it out, you know?
Yeah,
nice. I
love it. I know that's definitely been for us, like, you know, it's funny because we've become friends with a lot of people we've interviewed.
Oh yeah,
like we went and saw one guy last night, Greg Baldwin in Vegas here.
He opened for Daryl Hammond. Oh my God,
it was incredible. But
awesome
at the same time, like you're saying, you just keep hitting people a million times, and then you get musical youth, and you get
I saw that episode.
Yeah, so it's just really cool to like, we got to get back to that, you know, like really going after people, like 1,000 people and hit them up and up and up. So do you have, I was going to say, do you have some dream ones that you haven't hit yet that you're really trying to get?
Well, yeah, I'm in negotiation with like I don't know how, like you guys maybe a little bit old, like maybe like 5 years older or something like that, from the Power Rangers, like Tommy, the Green Ranger from the Power Rangers. Yeah, like I'm in negotiation with him, and I think we're doing that in March, and that's just crazy. If I told my middle school self that was happening, I wouldn't believe it. You know, it's like, it's just crazy. Like that one's crazy coming up. And then like, I mean, I'm just been really lucky to get like really good people, man. I don't know what it is really, but I'm very blessed. You know, I work hard, but I'm also blessed. You know?
It's the beard. I love the beard. I wish mine grow like that, but unfortunately, it's not that good.
That's
it's
all
filter. Great.
Yeah, you never know what's real or fake on this show. Yeah,
true story.
you just don't do anything. Like if you want to grow a beard, you just literally do nothing. Like you look like you do more already, you know, like you like shaped it out.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I feel like that's like more work than like everyone's like, was that hard? I'm like, I literally did nothing. It's just like I didn't even try, you know, it just grew.
I love it. I love it. Now, I saw that you interviewed the verve or the verb pipe. Everybody gets that. They say the verb, they say the verb pipe. I've seen it as the verb. I've seen it as the verb pipe. I gotta ask you, talking to them, and what is it? Is it the verb or is it the verb pipe?
With the freshman is a verb pipe, but Bittersweet Symphony was a verb, and like we covered that in the interview too. Like, he was like, "You're right. Everyone literally asked him about that and mixes up his band, and he said he probably got some record sales from it too. Just,
Nice.
just people not knowing like the difference between the band names and stuff.
Right.
With Bittersweet Symphony, great song by the way. I love that.
Oh, definitely, yeah. No, that was a crazy interview getting that guy, and he did acoustic. He played acoustic on my show too. I mean, that's just insane. Like that's just like, to me anyway, that's just crazy. I mean, that's just like, I'm like watching this happen with this like stupid background and like just like it was just like this basically, the Zoom meeting basically, and like it's just weird. I don't know. It was a weird moment. Definitely. That was a weird week. That was a weird week.
Oh,
So tell me, I'm gonna go deep. What were you like as a kid? I mean, what's the difference? Like, was your thought process? What did you want to be? Like, you're obviously a YouTuber, you're an interviewer, stuff like that. Was that YouTube wasn't around and stuff? But like, did you want to be a fireman? What was it you were going for in the future? Like,
I think I wanted to be a cop when I was a kid. Like the first thing I wanted to be was like a cop, and I played a cop in like 2 movies now. Like, but that was like, in the first grade, that poster I made said I wanted to be a police officer. That was like, I don't know if I believed that or if I thought it sounded good for the class or what, but I felt like I felt like it was sincere when I saw that poster.
Right on.
My parents had it somewhere. Like,
so you played a cop in 2 shows?
So yeah, I played on Netflix. Rampage President Down. I played an FBI agent, and then and like in Psycho-Ape on Amazon, I played like a cop, but it was like a joke cop character. Like it was off. Like I played like I clearly don't look like a cop, but in Rampage I did. I was like clean shaven and stuff. But that was like years ago. And then like in Psycho-Ape, I had like half the beard. It was a year or 2 ago when it came out. But it was like the only movie that came out in 2020, so we won all these awards. Like,
hey, there you go. You can say award-winning show.
Yeah. It was the only one that came out there. Everybody was just like hiding in their attics and stuff. And then it was like the only film that came out. I was like, oh yeah, I'll take all these laurels and stuff. You know. But then I didn't direct it or anything. I just had a small part in it, but it was a good part though.
Where do you kind of want to go from here? Where do you want to take this? Are you just gonna kind of cruise along, or are you like, is there something you want to do off of this, or what's kind of the thought?
You always steal my questions. He's psychotic.
Yeah.
I mean psychic. Damn it, get those mixed up. Sorry about that.
I'll pretend like you both asked me. No way. I'll use my imagination. But I know I want to just be a millionaire. I mean, I think that's my next goal, is to basically stop living in Airbnbs, live in my bus full time, spend no money and make a bunch of money, and then like just like get a ranch and just like chill out, you know. And like but I'm like working hard right now. I'm still in that grind mode right now. This like my podcast is probably going to Amazon soon. It's gonna be like a TV show.
Yeah.
And then I got a movie coming out, like a paranormal movie coming out, like that I directed or whatever. Nice. And then so I'm like working on stuff like that, and like just trying to get as rich as possible so I can just chill out, you know.
Yeah, I totally get that.
Yeah, why not?
So producing your own movie, what was that process?
It was really fun. I mean, we basically just took in this movie, it's called A Walk Through Hell, Missouri State Penitentiary. So we took like a psychic to a haunted penitentiary and basically just like filmed it. And like my wife was more the the cinematographer aspect of it. Like me and my friend came up with this idea, and then we got like an actress and a camera person and all this stuff, and just kind of shot it. I had $1 million like insurance policy on it. Wow. It was like, man, I hope I fail up, you know. Like,
what advice would you give yourself if you went back in time and talked to 14-year-old you?
I don't know. I feel like I did everything I wanted to do right. I feel like I did it right, you know.
That's awesome.
Maybe some stock to buy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like just buy Bitcoin in 2013. I'm like, what's Bitcoin, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's some. I mean, outside of financial advice and like a Back to the Future scenario, I give myself the almanac, you know. Outside of that, I feel like I did everything. I did everything the right way. I had a lot of fun and I worked hard, you know, and like did everything I was supposed to do. I feel like.
I love it.
Awesome.
That is great. Now, you're in St. Louis now. Obviously, we bring that up I brought it up numerous times. Where would you want to live in the world? And that's just not
He's
just
a nomad, man. He goes
I know,
wherever
but
the
that's
hell
what
he
I'm
wants.
saying. He said he wants to get a ranch and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's true.
Where would it be?
And like probably about an hour and a half from St. Louis, in like the middle of like in the middle of nowhere, Missouri. Just get like 500 to 1,000 acres and just like, just do whatever. I think it'd be the most relaxing thing. Just like, I don't know. I just want to make my own. The way the world's going, I kind of just want to like have my own chickens and cows and all these things. Because like the grocery stores could get bare, and I'm dependent on people that don't like me. Like,
I love this guy's idea. I want a mini farm, so everything's mini, like mini horses, mini donkeys, mini.
I like that idea. That's funny.
Carrots, miniature carrot, the whole thing.
I just want to tell you something, just in case you didn't know. There's nothing mini about you. So.
That's right. I'll be huge on my farm.
Yes,
king of my farm.
His nickname's Tiny, by the way.
Yeah, right. Right on. What you got for this guy?
So, I want to know to you. I know you talked about the Wolf of Wall. Let me try that again. The Wolf of Wall Street. You talked to Carol Baskin. We've talked the Verb. Who has been your most memorable interview?
Probably David Icke. David Icke was like the one that like impressed me. He's like they call him, he's like an author, and like he was like kind of like ahead of all this like globalists trying to take over the world type thing that like Alex Jones is on and a bunch of other people are on now. But like he's probably the biggest like underground guy that I had. Because he would be mainstream if they allowed him to be, if they like if they didn't like delete his Twitter and like all this stuff, But no, David Icke probably, man. Like he was the most. He was like the guy. I was like, wow, this is crazy.
Do you feel like he led that interview pretty well? Like a lot of times when you're interviewing people, you're always trying to like spur a conversation, right? And so was he kind of one of those where it's just natural and easy and it just kind of flowed?
Well, he's an author, so he is the interview. You ask like 2 or 3 questions and it'll go on forever, and it's interesting. It's not even like authors are probably the best like to have on shows. I think he's like as far as like if they have great content. But yeah, no, he was just like him and my friend Jeff Bowles. He's been on a bunch of them. Like, well, my friend, he cloned his dog for like $50,000, and I interviewed him about it. Him and David Icke have like the same kind of like they're authors, so they're like the best for content. If you're just like stalling and stuff, you just have like an author on and they're just like, oh wow, okay, yeah, you just say that's crazy a bunch because they have the entire story in their head, man. It's like it's just like it's bizarre.
I got another
That's
one. I've never
awesome.
asked this. It's because I think we need to think about this.
Yeah.
If you could take like 3 people you've interviewed and put them all on one interview, what do you think would be the best combination? Like the most interesting to like mix of people?
That's crazy. I've thought about that. Like, I'd probably get like, I thought about it in a way of like getting like them as like guest hosts and panelists and stuff sometimes. But I would get like a porn star, like a huge porn star, probably like someone like I'm trying to think of who I had on that had like a lot. One of the porn stars I had on that had like millions of Twitter followers and stuff. And then I would get like an athlete, like I had like Dustin Penner on, I guess, because he won 2 Stanley Cups. I'd probably get like an athlete, and then I get like somebody huge like on top of that, like maybe like Tommy Chong again or something. And I think like that would hit like every kind of market, and like the marketing from these guys like combined with myself is just crazy.
Right.
I would do something like that too, like, and then it'd be interesting too because everybody's got kind of a different point of view, I think.
Yeah, I love that. It never came up in my head until just now, but I could see you doing that.
Yeah.
With who you've interviewed, and I think we really need to consider that as well. That there's people, you put them in that mixing pot and throw something in the middle and watch them go. That I think could be really interesting.
Little feeding frenzy.
Exactly.
That would be so. You got one of my favorite Instagram handles. @better than the Beatles. I got to know, how'd you come up with that? I thought that was hysterical. I started cracking up when I saw it.
I just changed my name to like things like arrogant things to be better than, like a bunch like my one of my Snapchats is better than Elvis, and I just like basically it's like I just like, and then like I just like name like just like I just think it's funny, like I just think it's funny to talk shit like that. Like
I get it. Why not, right? See how many followers you can get and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
dude, this guy's been awesome. I know we only have so much time, so hey, love having you on. I can't wait to watch the future of all the stuff that you're going to watch, the movies that are coming out.
I know.
That's going to be awesome.
Anybody you want to plug out there?
Yeah, if you guys can follow me on OnlyFans and my Snapchat Premium.
Right on.
Nice, definitely.
Yeah, we'll put that in the details as well.
It'll be down below, folks. Got it.
And he's gonna have a big, huge farm, 500 acres,
1,000 acres.
A
Forget the
quarter
500,
acre
go
mini
1,000.
farm next to it.
Kills me. All right, Anthony,
Right on, brother.
thank you.
It's a
Great.
pleasure.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good one, man.
Have a good one.
See ya.
Hey, folks, have a great day and a better tomorrow.